you guys hearing me now? Sorry about the network. Are you guys hearing me now? Can I start? Sorry about the network. Let's wait for others. So where did I stop? Where did I stop? Okay, the answer. The answer of I. Okay. So as I was saying, that the difference between A plus B and A minus B is very, very large. So you can see the difference, that there's a big difference because of the minus and the plus. Now that's for I. Now I was telling us to find what? Three A plus 2B is equal to. Are you seeing? If you are seeing, say yes, bro. J, right on. Please don't forget to share, post on your status, subscribe, and like. Okay, let's continue. Now 3A. Now this is one thing you need to know when solving vectors. Now the ordinary numbers there are the scalar. Now take for example the 3 outside the A here is scalar quantity. Same thing with these 2 is a scalar quantity. Now the A and the B are both vector quantity. So we are going to be multiplying the vector and the scalar. So therefore let's dive in. 3 bracket open. What's my A? I plus 2J minus 3K bracket close plus 2 bracket open 2I minus 3J plus 4K. Remember, I say be very sensitive when it comes to the sign in vectors. You might make a little mistake and everything you are solving, you just know that is wrong. So you need to be very careful when solving the vector product. Careful with the sign. So therefore, let's open the bracket of this. Let's use the scalar to multiply with the vector across. So this will be 3 times I will be 3I. 3 times 2J will be plus 6J. 3 times minus 3K will be minus 9K plus 2 times 2I will be 4I plus 2 times minus 3J will give us minus 6J plus 2 times plus 4 will give us plus 8K. It's not 8K in your account though, because you don't have up to 8K in your account. 8K, vector K. So therefore, this will be equal to what? We collect what? Like term. We do what? Collect like term. So the next thing here, 3I plus 4I plus 6J plus minus, you see, very important, sign issue, minus 6j minus 9k plus 8k. So therefore, from here, we do something like we add. Now you can see that you can add this guy without having issue, this guy without having issue, and this guy without having any issue. So therefore, this will be 7i minus 6j plus 6j will give us 0. So everything there is gone. It's equal to 0. So we continue with this. Some people might decide to write plus 0j, but it's unnecessary because it's 0. So minus 9 plus 8 will be minus k. So therefore, I'll have something like, that'll be our final answer when it comes to 2a plus 2b, 3a plus 2b. Somebody say I receive. Type I receive. Let's continue. I believe you're receiving your 8 key. So let's continue. What's the next one? IV. Page 4. IV. What did they say we should find in IV? C such that 2a minus 3b plus c is equal to 0. Trickish. Very, very trickish. But let's look at what we can do here. So 2a minus 3b plus c is equal to 0. This is looking like an equation to solve. But what are they trying to say? They say you should find c such that 2a minus 3b plus c is equal to 0. So you make c subject of formula. Let's look at how we make c subject of formula. I believe it's very simple. So therefore my c will be equal to what? Let's move these guys. Minus 2a plus 3b. What do we just do here? We move this guy from here down to this side. And we move this guy from here down to this side. So therefore we have minus, when we are moving it across the equality sign, their sign will change. So plus here is changing to what? Minus. And minus here is changing to plus. So that's what we just did in that calculation. So therefore my c now will be equal to minus 2 bracket open. You write everything that was under a. So this will be I plus 2j minus 3k bracket close plus 3 bracket open. What's my b? 2i minus 3j plus 4k. So therefore, we have c is equal to minus 2i minus 4j plus 6k plus 6i minus 9j plus 12k. Now, after doing this, the next thing we'll be doing here will be we collect like terms. So this will be minus 2i plus 6i minus 4j. We should be very careful when doing this. Minus 9j plus 6k plus 12k. So therefore, our final answer here will be looking like 4i minus 13j plus 6 plus 12 will give us 18, right? So therefore, that will be our final answer. Somebody say, I receive 18k. If you understand, say, I receive 18k. You don't know if I'll send 18k to one of you. So you are not typing and receive 18K. No problem. No problem. Make sure you don't miss tomorrow quiz so that you receive that 18K. Now let's continue. Which one do we just solve finish? It was IV. So the next we'll be solving is V. Remember, I made a statement earlier that the product of the result of a dot product of two vectors will result to a scalar. Yeah, I remember making that statement in our first video. Please go back and watch the first video for your exam so that you not make any mistake. So therefore, V will now be equal to A dot B, which is equal to what? I plus 2J minus 3K dot 2I minus 3J plus 4K. Now, dot, the result of this will be a scalar quantity. This is example of a scalar. This is example of a scalar. That means it will be a single number. A single number. So let's dive in to this problem and solve it. Now, we'll have something like I dot I dot I. What is our rule saying? I dot I will give us what? 1, remember. So 1 here times 2 will give us 2. Bracket open, 1, bracket close. Make sure you don't neglect the sign. Now here we're having minus times. Dot is another form of what? Multiplication. So plus times minus here will give us minus J, 2J dot 3J. So this will be 6. J dot J will be 1 from our rule. Don't forget. Minus times plus here will give us minus 3 dot 4, 12. Bracket open. K dot K, 1, bracket close. You see that the dot product is always looking so sweet. So therefore, 2 minus 6 minus 12. What will be our final answer here? Who can tell me the final answer in the comment section? Let's type the final answer. Okay, I'm seeing minus 16. Hope you guys are correct. So final answer will be minus 16. Now that is for I, V, and V. Hope we understand. If you understand, say write down, Broz J. Okay, let's write down. Now, this is the last one we'll be looking for this example. This one you need to breathe well before you start. So everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe out. So in further maths, there's something known as metrics. I advise you to look for a video and watch on metrics, or do a video concerning metrics. Emmanuel Tan, don't attack me. So there's something known as metrics. In solving the cross product of A cross B, we need to apply metrics when solving this. I'm going to try my best to break it down for you to understand. Then we look for other example to solve. So let's dive in. We are having something like A cross B, and remember, is an IJK unit vector. Therefore, this is matrix. We have I, J, and K. Now, what is under I? That's under A. We'll write it down here. Now, recall that my A is equal to I plus B 2J minus 3K. My B is equal to 2I minus 3J plus 4K. IJK is already up here. What is with I here is 1. You write it. J here 2. You write it. K minus 3. Do you understand the first step? Say continue, Broz. Say continue, Broz J. Now, the next one is B. You write down the parameters or the numbers under B. So we have 2, we have minus 3, and we have 4. So we are forming matrix that we use to solve this guy. Now in matrix cross products, when it comes to determinants, there's a rule that is always said for sign: plus, minus, plus. So this is the rule we'll be using when solving for this guy. Remember, I say be very careful with your sign when it comes to IJK unit vector. One of the major issues is always the sign. Always the sign. So let's look at how we'll solve this guy. Now, the first thing you do, you open up this guy, you break it down. Now, I'm going to do something that will help us understand this guy in a very simple way. Pay attention. So A cross B is equal to what's the sign under I? Is plus. Very important. You write down your sign. You open a very big bracket. I'm going to cross this guy. I'm going to cross this guy. Now, anywhere my cross is not touching, I'm supposed to use a blue pen there so that you understand. Anywhere my cross is not touching, that's what I'm going to use to multiply under the I. Now, where is this stopping? Where is it crossing? Where is the intersection? Is under I. So anywhere is intersecting, I'll bring it out by saying I. Bracket open. This is how you multiply when it comes to matrix, so that you don't get confused. Diagonal multiplication. So 2 times 4. 2 times 4. This times this, minus, bracket open, minus 3 times minus 3, minus 3 times minus 3, bracket close. The big bracket is covered now. Now, you see that we didn't touch anyone that is crossing. That's the principle of matrix when solving this. Now, I'll go again for the next one. Let's use the next one. We are crossing here. Remember, everything when you are crossing in the horizontal side is just the upside. So I'm crossing here and I'm still crossing up. What's the sign above J? What's the sign above the ijk vector? We have minus, and we have j. You open a very big bracket. And now, everything we are solving inside here will not touch any of the letters or any of the number that is cross. Now we are dealing with all this here. We'll be dealing with all this minus the middle number. The middle number is not touched. Now this is what I'm going to do. Now remember, it's diagonal multiplication. Remember, this 1 here, 2 here, minus 3 and 4. So you multiply it diagonally. This times this minus this times this. Bracket open. 1 times 4. We are not putting this one that's crossed already. Bracket close. Automatically is a minus. 1 times 4 times, bracket open, times minus 3 times 2, bracket close. You cover the big brackets. As time goes on, if you practice more problems, you'll be able to solve this very easy. Now that's for this one. Now the last one is here and still here and here. That means anything we are multiplying, we are not touching any line that is crossed by any number or letter that is crossed by the line. So therefore, I'll say, where is the point of intersection? Plus k. So plus k, open a very big bracket. This I is supposed to be outside. So we say, where is it crossing now? 1 times minus 3 diagonally times 2 times 2. So therefore, open bracket. 1 times minus 3, bracket close, minus, remember, it's always in minus, bracket open, 2 times 2, bracket close. You close down the big bracket. Now, this is where we talk about matrix multiplication in matrix. You can see it's complex, and if you take your time to look at it, it's pretty simple. Let's open up everything we do here, everything we did here, and let's get our final answer. So therefore, this will be what? Plus I. Now, if you make mistake in the sign, if I make mistake in the sign, what I'm solving and what you'll be solving will be wrong. Why? In physics, you know, it's just one answer that matters. So I'll open my bracket. 2 times 4, 8. Minus 3 times minus 3 is 9. So, but there's a minus outside. So we have minus 9, bracket close. It's looking easier. We are simplifying it now. Minus j